Okay, and we're back and we're getting ready to work on our cake. So I took you from the fast speed ready to, I've covered the cake with fondant and I've already imprinted some double hearts. This is one of the heart cookie cutters I used. And it's got a double heart. You see the boards, the bands right here holding that second heart in there, and I pressed it into the fondant so that it would leave an imprint, and then I pressed it again so that they're overlapping because I want the hearts overlapping for this design. Okay. The fondant crusted a little bit, but it's working. All right, we're going to do some brush embroidery on this, but first I need to do a border around, and we're going to use the extruder for that. And I want to roll it out on the counter, but I want to dust it, but my cornstarch puff is getting a little low, so I wanted to share with you on how I fill that. So, where's my bag? This is my basic cookie or ice cream scoop, and I've opened up, this is a knee-high that I've cut off the top, and all I do is just keep opening it up like this, and I've got my cornstarch here. So I open it up like this, scoop up the cornstarch. I have an extra little cup in there when I forget where this scoop is. Push this down in here like this, over like a pastry bag, shove it in there, scoop it out. You can get it really full like this. Pound it down a little bit. Leave some room for tying it back off. There you go. And it's all filled. I'm going to put a white extruded border on this cake. So I've got my fondant all warmed up so that I can roll it out. And I nuked it in the microwave just for a minute, not even a minute, it's like 12 seconds to warm it up so that I could roll it out. I don't need this much to fit in my extruder. Here's my extruder. This is made by Makin's Clay. It's a clay extruder, but we use it for cake decorating. It holds a lot more in the tube than my little red-handled one. Okay, and it's got a tip on it down here that's a disc that we're going to hang on to for something else right now, but we're just going to use the big wide open area for this one because I want a big white border here. Okay, it's just open, so the no tip, no disc inside. So this is all the way up. You take and swing this around and brings it all the way to the top, and then screws here. Very important to wash this out every time because I've had it dry. There's a rubber gasket on it right here, but if the fondant gets past it, it will dry and it will lock this on here. Then you've got to use some tools to get this apart. So be sure and wash it out. Just hot water rinses out and it air dries really fast. Okay, we're going to cover this back up because I don't need all this. And the bowl works good for keeping the air out for it crusting. So we're going to roll this into a tube that'll fit into the extruder. It just drops down in if it's too big. Oh, perfect. And then I take and tap it down. Get as much in there as I can, so it will go all the way around the cake. Leave some room. See, when you pound it down, it goes right down in tight. Tighter you go. Look, it's coming out the bottom. Perfect. All right, get that on there. Roll this down in. Now to get this to stick, I'm going to dust this with a little bit of water right here along this edge because I want it to stick. And this is just in a acrylic paintbrush. The white ones are acrylic, they're not a natural bristle, so I like that. I feel they're more food safe. So I'm getting this a little damp so you can see the white line makes it shiny. So that's going to help it stick. Okay, I've got my knife here. So we're going to take and roll this out. I'm going to have to fill this a couple of times. Now, if there's a trigger one you can come up with, then it'd be better. And all you got to do is like this. But this one's a crank. See, it makes a perfect tube. There it goes. I'm going to have to do this probably 2 times. You pull this out, it goes in or out. Keep it all the way out, works its way back in.